Welcome back, friends, to my historical Minecraft series, and this is episode 10. We've got a very exciting episode planned today. It doesn't have a specific goal, but essentially I wanted to cover a whole bunch of details that are present in the early versions of beta, and so we're going to go through a whole bunch of those today. First of all, here we are in Minecraft Beta 1.2_02. All in all, not a very exciting episode, except for the fact that this was the update where they changed the download location for where your Minecraft skin is stored. Previous to this update, your Minecraft skin was downloaded from Minecraft.net, and they changed it to their Amazon AWS S3 server in this update. So I was really looking forward to this update because I've been playing without my normal skin for the first 9 episodes, and I was all excited for it to finally be here, except I got here and I loaded it up and I realized that I did not have my skin. So I did some research, and it turns out that I'm recording this in May of 2018 right now. Just a few months ago in February, Minecraft changed their legacy support. Essentially, they cut off access to their Amazon S3 server, which is where the sound files were located, which is where all the old legacy skins were located. So, I wasn't going to be able to load in my normal skin until Minecraft Full Release 1.7. That's right, you heard me. We don't have working sounds or working skins until Minecraft Full Release 1.7, which is dozens and dozens and dozens of updates away. So pretty far down the path. So I had to come up with a new solution, and my new solution was quite elegant. You might notice that my hand is a different color than Steve. That's because, oh, hang on. I always forget this. They're going to fix that soon. That's because I have my skin. The way I did this was I actually went into, I made my own texture pack where essentially all I did was replace the Steve default skin with my skin. And that's really all I did, and that's all I was able to do. And there we go, I got my skin. That's what I wanted. I also figured out that there is a way. Did you notice, I think it was last episode, how all of a sudden I realized that I had the sounds? Well, that's because it had done a force reset or a forced reload of the sound files. And the sound files, I have them all located in my Minecraft folder like they're supposed to, but not all of them were working, and it was only rare times where it would force reload and then they would all work. But I found out that if you hold F3 and press S, no. Yeah, I think it should be S. That should have changed that should have changed it now. So now I should be able to, I should have all the sounds. And I might be wrong. Yeah, there we go. So by doing F3 and G, you force a reload of your sound files. So if you manage to put all the proper sound files in your Minecraft folder, and you want to play these older versions, and this goes for any older version all the way up till Minecraft Full Release 1.7, I believe you're going to have to put the sound files in manually and then do an F3S to reload them all so that they all work. And now sounds are going to work fine for the entirety of the rest of the episode, assuming I don't close Minecraft. So that's the first topic on the agenda. Something else I was going to do was put this on fancy graphics, because I guess it's not that much different right now, but might as well. Though my computer is already starting to heat up. It's okay. We'll be fine. Let's see. What else is on the plan? Obviously, this is my new skin. I would think that I will also include a photo of my old skin here in the video, if you're interested. I might have trouble finding a good photo, but anyway, that's my old one. Obviously, I updated to this one because my username is Lord of Time 4, because Tom Baker is the 4th Doctor in Doctor Who, and I had a David Tennant skin who is the 10th Doctor, and it didn't quite make sense, so I finally decided that after a while of being David Tennant, I was going to have a Tom Baker skin, so that's what I have. No, scarf. Anyway, that's that. Moving on, I wanted to explore bone meal. That's not something, or bone meal is something that has changed over the course of the period. They included it initially not too long ago, but if you'll notice, you only need one bone meal to make a piece of wheat go to full height or full potential, whereas they eventually increase that. So that was the first thing I wanted to show you. I'm going to play around with the wheat for a little bit, and then I'll come right back. Something else I noticed, I think they changed the speed at which you walk at some point, because I've done a lot of farming, and one thing that I learned is that when you're farming, you can walk without a beacon. You can walk at a normal pace, and you'll always hit every single block. And that doesn't seem to be the case here. So if I just walk, I missed that one right there, and got those. I missed that one. You see, you walk just slightly faster than what I'm used to. So that's interesting. Oh, I finally got my grass all the way down here. This is a pain. This is always a pain, getting grass. It took ages, and it would have gone a lot faster if I had doubled up on the dirt blocks a lot sooner. That's something to keep a note if you're playing an older version like this and you need to move grass. Obviously, you have to literally have it grow itself all the way down or up wherever you're going. But if you have two, it goes a lot faster because of the algorithms and the way the grass grows. So, fun. This has essentially been a watching the grass grow project for me for several episodes. I think I noted it when I started this a while back. So we are very close, and then this will spread out, and this whole area will be green. I have some big plans for this whole area down here. This will be our central area. We'll have paths running off to different projects on the side, and I'll grow trees down here. So that's the plan for that. Something else that I wanted to do, and I'm going to find a good spot for this. Essentially, something that I know is that they are eventually going to add saplings. We already have birch wood. We have spruce wood and birch wood. They added those, but they didn't add the saplings, and they didn't name the wood. So literally, they show up as wood, and wood. I think I pointed that out in the last episode. But since there are no saplings, that doesn't mean there won't be. And this was something that, a trick that I realized is that, let me place these. So if you just leave them there, obviously they're not going to grow because of the ceiling, but when we get to the update where they add the saplings, which I believe is the next one, 1.3, different saplings, they will randomly convert to one of the new ones or the old one. So if I do a big long row of oak saplings, or just saplings, when they add the other saplings to the game, a bunch of these will be converted into the other saplings. That makes it a lot easier for me, because or else I would have to go somewhere with the new trees and get the saplings, and I just didn't feel like doing that. So we're going to let these sit and not grow. And when we get to the update for the saplings, which is, I believe, 1.3, which is next, we'll have some there ready to go. So that's terrific. What was my next plan? Oh, slimes. Slimes can generate. I don't fully understand how it works at this point. I don't know if they're in slime chunks or not, but it's possible that they are already a slime chunk thing. So I will try to find some slimes. If I find them at all during the recording of this, I will point them out, of course. But yeah, slimes are fun. They're here, and I've yet to see one. So just in case I don't end up seeing one, I'm going to add in a really old photo. I don't remember what version this is from, but I'm going to add in this photo right here that shows me looking at a bunch of slimes in the very first Minecraft world that I had when I was playing this back in the beta days. So there's an old photo there. Okay. What else? What else did I want to do? Oh, so back in the alpha version of the game, there was a way to get to remove bedrock, which was really easy, and it was something that I wanted to try out because I think it would be cool to take all the bedrock out from this level, you know. So that's what we're going to try to do here. Essentially what it was is you could place a dirt block beneath the bedrock, you could till it, then if you planted a seed, it would delete the bedrock. But I'm right-clicking right now, and it is not working. So that's disappointing. What about a tree? No, can't do that. Okay. Oh well, it was a nice thought, but I would have had to do that earlier. Maybe even in alpha, not even in beta. I'm not sure when they fixed that. It's not noted anywhere as far as I know. So I think that might be it. Oh, I should show you some of the other stuff that I've been working on. I changed this area around a bit so that I had somewhere to AFK. My mob farm is not super efficient, but oh well, that's okay. I don't really need it to be super efficient yet. But I did make a pretty big addition that I was considering dedicating this entire episode to. But I made a realization that what I'd done is essentially I'd built a mob farm, in this case a spawner skeleton farm, that is totally compatible with all known Minecraft versions as far as I know. So as of the recording of this video, this would work in Minecraft 1.12. And it works here, obviously. I have a spawner right up there somewhere, which I discovered several episodes ago, and I hooked it into my main mob grinder over there. But I built this mob grinder, which essentially is a pretty standard example where they spawn, they get shot up a water tube, or I guess they climb up a water tube. Then they get pushed over, and then they fall to their deaths right here. And I modified it a little bit so that with water I can sit here and AFK and collect the drops. We should be getting some skeletons soon. I've been sitting here for a while. You can hear them, I think. Yeah, you can hear them. They should be here soon. This is a very simple design. And another good thing about this design is that at some point they will change stuff around. Namely, in 1.8 they will change stuff around, and you will now have an experience bar. And the experience bar is totally essential for enchanting. So, when enchanting comes around, all I have to do is modify this room a little bit, and we'll be able to kill the skeletons ourselves for XP. And then at that point, we won't need bones, because to get XP, we'll just be killing skeletons with a looting sword. We'll get tons and tons and tons and tons of bones, I'm sure. And eventually, we'll make better mob farms. But this will be my first XP farm once Minecraft 1.8 comes around, which is quite a far ways off. We're looking at beta 1.3 for next week's episode, or the next episode, whenever it comes out. So yeah, that's that. I tried to make it look a bit cool. Maybe later in the episode I will go through and explain how this happened, but it's a pretty typical mob grinder. So you can find tons of videos online explaining to you how to do this. But yeah, the basic principle is that the skeletons spawn at the spawner, they get pulled up a tube, they come over here, and they fall down and they die. That's it. Okay. This is really not very efficient. I really wish it was. Oh well. Whee! I look kind of weird from the back. I would show you the front, but I can't. F5 switches between first-person view and looking at your back of your head. Oddly enough, this is a way to avoid ghasts, If a ghast was shooting at me right now, it would aim for where the camera is located, not at my head. So if there was a ghast shooting at me, I could stand where I am and not get hit at all, because they would be hitting the camera where you're viewing from. That's a bug that they eventually fix. Wow, this is kind of weird. I'm really not used to playing in like this. Ah! What a nice view. You should be able to see pretty much exactly what I can see now, because not too long ago I figured out how to render my video properly. Should have figured that out earlier, but yeah, you should be able to see things properly, because even when it's dark like this, put in some effort to figure that out. There's the bridge we made, and right now we're up here at this house thing that I made. I'm really not happy with the way this looks, but I'll remodel it eventually. And bows make noise now. That's exciting. Oh, I should put this back on in case I get shot at. This bow, actually, interesting thing to note, it does not have durability. No durability. Which means that this is the first bow that I made in this world, and this is the only bow that I will make in this world for a long time. I'm not actually sure how long. That looks a bit weird. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, so eventually what I'm going to do is, once they change it so that bows have durability, I'm going to put this bow in an item frame, and I'm going to name it something cool like Lord's First Bow or something like that. Something else I learned is that you can actually hit there. You can hit torches with arrows. That might not have changed ever, but I thought that was interesting. I was bored walking through a mine once. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to come up here to give you a nice view of what it looks like. Some of these trees are the alpha trees, so they have all the mixed up leaves. Some of these trees are not alpha trees, so they have normal looking leaves. So that's fun. Anyway, something else I wanted to do. Oh, I'm going to collect TNT stuff, and then I think we're going to go out to where my mine is, and we're going to blow up some stuff with TNT, because who doesn't like blowing stuff up with TNT, right? So I've got my TNT. This is a glitch that I discovered a pretty while back, actually. I put something in this furnace, and look what it's still doing. It's not doing anything, but the furnace still has stuff in it. Or not stuff in it. It still has the I'm on fire notification. And it's not like it's actually working. That will never show up over there, but actually you can't do that anyway. That'll never show up over there as charcoal. I just thought this was really odd that that would do that. But then this is an old version of the game, as the developers were very keen to point out on several online places that I was looking. These old versions are not supported whatsoever. So you should not expect them, apart from providing them, you should not expect to have skins, you should not expect to have sounds or music, like that, unless you put in a substantial amount of effort to get it to work, which is what I've done for you guys, so you guys can experience the way this game is. Anyway, I got my TNT. Let's go to the Nether. So I'm going to actually take a backup of the world real quick, because I've had some issues with Nether portals in beta 1.2.2, so I'm going to do a quick backup. I've taken over 122 backups of this world since I started it, which is something that I highly, highly recommend you do if you're going to play in anything earlier than full release. If you're going to play in any of the beta versions, they are not stable. I've had crashes, especially while loading new chunks. I've had crashes, and sometimes they revert back to the last time you did this, because it saves it. It'll revert back to that. Sometimes I've also had it revert all the way back to the last time I died, which was why I was so cautious about entering the end portal, nether portal, because that's when it happened. I was out at my mining place in beta 1.2.2, and I go ahead and I get in the Minecraft, or in the nether portal to go to the nether, and it goes to the loading chunks or whatever screen, and then it crashes the entire thing. It's like, problem, not helpful. And then I respawned back at my death point. So I loaded a backup. I'd only lost about a hour of work. But if you're going to play, keep backups. Keep a lot of backups. I cannot stress that enough. I have 122 backups and probably something close to 150 hours of gameplay in here. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what my gameplay is, because I haven't been recording that. But anyway, I'm meet you way down at the other end right now. Now, you might very well be saying, why don't I make that walk a lot easier by putting in some rails or something? And you're right, I could totally do that, but that's a lot of work, and I know that... Let me try to get away from this portal. That's a lot of work, and I know that powered rails are coming, I think, in 1.4. And once powered rails are here, it'll be super duper easy to do this a long distance. So I will wait until then to put a minecart track here, because it is 750 blocks, which it's not small. Anyway, let's hope we don't crash the game. Fingers crossed. Yay! We're good. Oh, I've never been here with fancy graphics. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of like my mine area where I've been mining up resources, not really caring about what I do to the terrain. But I'm still being careful not to load too many chunks because, to be entirely honest, the more chunks I load now, the fewer chunks I'll have for later work. And that's probably not the best thing. Just because these alpha chunks, I guess it's hard to call them alpha chunks, since they're not really alpha chunks. But these chunks, whatever you want to call them, are old and are not going to have new ores. Even if this changes to a... Extreme Hills biome will never have emeralds in the ground here. Everything that's in the ground is what's going to be in the ground. Also, I've been meaning to mention this for ages. You see this little square right there? That dark patch on the texture? I hate that. I hated that. This is my biggest complaint with Minecraft when I started playing was that square on the sand. I thought it looked awful. And thankfully, they did actually change it. Eventually, they did change it so that that square is gone. Coincidentally, if you look, it's hard to do it, but if you look down at these guys, they're transparent, but the sand texture is actually what's used for those little squares. So, fun fact if you didn't know that. Anyway, I got TNT for a reason, because I wanted to show you that you can light it by punching it. Well, you can punch it with anything, but I like to use my hand. It makes harvesting sand a lot less painful, especially since we don't have enchanted tools. I can't put efficiency on my spade, shovel, whatever. So yeah, this is what we got. The reason I actually want to do this is because terrific Minecraft YouTuber Etho. I was watching some of his older videos, and in part, he actually inspired me to go back and play these older versions. That's how he liked to mine sand. He hated mining or digging up sand. So he would go and make a whole bunch of TNT, and then he would go and blow up the sand. Not very efficient, but much faster than... that was annoying. Did not want to die there. Sand is annoying like that. Same with gravel. I think that's not something that they fix. I think you can still die if sand or gravel falls on you. Maybe that's on purpose. But anyway, yeah, Etho is my inspiration for this current destroying sand with TNT thing. Ah! Oh, and it looks like we have a bit of a tunnel. Come on. Hate water. Let's see. What else should we blow up with TNT? Something else that Mr. Etho loved to do was to blow up trees. So maybe we'll go and blow up a tree. But yeah, he's a great, really, really old Minecraft YouTuber. His channel is called Ethos Lab. If you're interested, I highly recommend it. He's great. Totally gone. How fun is that? If you notice these pillars, I put these here so I know where I am. They're not useful for anything other than that. And I just been to the Nether, so I had a bunch of netherrack sitting around. But eventually they changed TNT, and they change it so that you have to light it by... You have to light it by using the flint and steel. You can't light it by punching it. Okay. I survived. But yeah, I'm really fortunate, or I feel very fortunate that I figured out how to get the sounds to work by doing that F3 and S, like I was explaining, because the explosion sound is one of the ones that wasn't working. So, glad we figured that out. Let's go and explore this little cave over here that I saw. Maybe we'll find something interesting. When I made the pillar down isn't the right word. When I made the tunnel down to my my mine, which is where we'll go over to now, I guess. This is a bad idea. Bad idea. Okay. I actually ran straight into a spider dungeon, so that works out kind of well. I was able to get some more stuff. But yeah, this is my little tunnel. Eventually, I'm going to have to go through and replace all these ladders with full ladders, but here's my little spider spawner. Yay! It's easy to get killed down those tunnels. They go down for a while, but my mine is down this way. I guess we'll go down and see it and maybe blow some other stuff up. But essentially, there's not too much other stuff that I wanted to do apart from, ooh, we're going to bake a cake. That's what we'll do next. After I blow something up here, we'll go and we'll go back to our main base and we'll bake a cake. How's that sound? That sounds good to me too. Ow. But the nice thing about TNT is that it explodes stuff in a very handy... Ooh, iron. It explodes stuff in a very handy way. It doesn't blow stuff up whoa, I'm getting lucky. So we'll not do that there. All I'm trying to do is find a good place to put my TNT. So it blows stuff up in a very handy square pattern. Oh, I should stop doing that. You see how there's no gaps? There's no little sections that are... Stop. There's no little sections that are blown out. I think they changed the way TNT explodes so that eventually this block would be gone, or maybe this block and that block and that block, which makes it really annoying to mine with it. Go away. Lava, I think, is kind of glitched. It sticks around, but I haven't done too much with lava, so. Anyway, essentially what you can do is with TNT, whoops, there's no way to break TNT right now. Yeah, I can't break this TNT without it exploding, so. Nice. Nice big area. If you don't care too much about blowing up some minerals, this is not too bad of a way to mine. It's definitely fast. It's very fast. And if you do it right, you can make it so that you can make it to make those square areas like I was mentioning. Anyway, I think I will head back to my main area and we'll bake a cake. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should fix this sooner rather than later, because this is a really long walk. Seriously, the one time I need cows, and there are no cows. Well, we can take advantage of this situation. Come here. I promise, I won't hurt you. Well, I won't hurt you much. How about that? Ah, okay. Hopefully some cows will spawn soon. Meanwhile, I will go around victimizing sheep for a bit. All I want is the blue wool. Actually, maybe I should be making light blue wool. I'll think about that. Cows! Well, while we wait for some cows to show up, we will do some light blue dye. That should be enough. Oh, and we can do yellow dye while we're at it. Might as well. We'll do light blue first. Gotta wait for the sheep to regain their wool. There we go. That's what we want. But come on, where are the cows? Where are the cows? Do you know what your future is, Mr. Zombie? In ages, when Minecraft 1.13 comes out, you, my friend, will stample to death innocent baby turtle eggs. How could you? But until then, we're far away. Zombies in 1.13, which is not out yet as of recording. 1.13. Wait, what? Okay, good. 1.13, you can, or not you can, zombies will hunt out and stamp on, trample turtle eggs, which is one of the mobs that's getting added in 1.13, so. But not for a long time yet. Seriously, only one cow? We need 3. We need 3 buckets of milk. Is that too much to ask for? Maybe he'll give us another one. I wonder how that works. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay, maybe we can get all 3 from him. Okay, good. There's our milk. Time to go make our cake. Interestingly enough, you don't actually bake cake by baking it. Unless they change it at some point, but I don't think they do. You put normal wheat with some sugar, an egg, and 3 things of milk, and you get a cake. You don't know baking involved. What is this? Is this like a vegan cake or something? But, yep. Oh, and I get my buckets back. That's nice. Thanks very much. And you can't stack them. I wonder when they add that. I wonder when they add stackable empty buckets. Even if it is only 16, that'd still be very nice. Anyway. Right, cake. Gotta put this somewhere cool. Can I put it here? Nope. Can I put it here? No. Can I put it here? No. That's annoying. When do they add the shift crouch to place things on top of stuff? Well, this is a good use for the yellow wool. There we go. There's our cake. 10 episodes in, we've got ourselves some cake. We've got ourselves some cool colored wool. Makes a weird noise. Interesting. Oh well. What else? What else is on the agenda for today? Oh, this is an important one. I'm going to go and meet you downstairs in a sec. So, several episodes I mentioned if I didn't know if they changed the recipe for smooth stone slabs at some point. And now I do know that they do actually change the recipe. Right now, you can make smooth stone slabs out of cobblestone, which is very affordable. We'll put it that way. In 1.3, I believe it is 1.3, they update it so that now you need smooth stone to craft smooth stone slabs. And you know, that totally makes sense. I'm not trying to say that it doesn't make sense, but it's much more expensive because I don't feel like making all this cobblestone into smooth stone and then make the smooth stone into slabs. That's a lot of work. So instead, what I will do is, there we go. I'm going to make a whole bunch of these while they're cheap, because what else am I going to do with this cobblestone? So I'm going to sit here and make a whole bunch of slabs. I cannot wait for shift clicking. This takes so long. I have to click every single time, and I can't do a shift click and then just craft all of them that I can. That's not an option, so I literally have to sit here and click this button on my mouse a whole bunch of times. But thankfully, we don't have too many more episodes to wait until they start adding in shift clicking. I think they start in 1.4. I believe it's limited to chests at that point. Could be wrong. We'll find out. Shh. Why are you guys so loud? It's really annoying, you know. Don't make me go into the sound files and cut your sound out. I could do that, you know. I have that power. We're almost done here. Hopefully I will never need this many slabs, ever. But if I do, they're here. They were cheap. The rest of these are all just cobble. I'll probably leave them. But, yep. That was good progress. Those are useful. They definitely come in handy. So I took a peek at the run time, and we are definitely looking at a pretty long episode. I'll probably go through and cut some bits out, but probably going to end it here. Ah! That'll do. I don't know. Whatever. Not a big fan of paintings. I rarely use them, but I figured I would make one since we can. Anyway, yeah, I think that'll about do it for today's episode. We've gotten all kinds of stuff done. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. That is awesome. That is totally awesome. What do you guys think? I've been waiting for this for ages. Now I get to take down all of that too. Although I might leave some of it just in case I want grass somewhere else. But yeah, this is going to be awesome. I do this in a lot of the different stuff that I build. I put the bottom layer as grass. That's cool. And we're going to start getting passive mobs spawning down there, and probably slimes as I eventually uncover slime chunks. But yeah, the plan is to push this whole area out pretty far this way. So who knows where, and we'll do stuff, cool different projects here and there. Maybe we'll make a string farm over there. But anyway, yeah, I think that'll about do us for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've done something a little bit different today by doing a whole bunch of little stuff. Yeah. Yay! So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Episode number 10, we got a whole bunch left to go. We're only in Minecraft Beta 1.2.2. And next episode will be 1.3. We got some cool additions like wooden half slabs, cobblestone half slabs, smooth lighting. Smooth lighting is coming next episode, I think. So, yep. Anyway, thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you next time.